The government says it's committed itself to deal with the deepening moral decay and social ills that breed hate crimes and corruption within society, amongst others. Fostering values of non-racialism and non-sexism, training of teachers and civil servants to deal with discrimination, honouring liberation veterans and promoting history are just some of the issues expected to be addressed.
As part of ensuring compliance, government will sponsor legislation that deals with hate crime, and it will ensure that there are consequences to the perpetrators who are found guilty. This forms part of efforts in dealing with social ills. The ANC says moral regeneration programs will continue to play a key role in strengthening the values of the Constitution.
The proposed hate crimes bill referred to will include the broad spectrum, such as those perpetrated on account of the victim's race, gender, religion, disability, sexual orientation, and sexual identity, or albinism, among others. As the ANC, we have heard the views of our people around some of the concerns with the earlier drafts of the hate crimes bill, and within reason we will take this into account into finalizing the revised text of the bill.
Teachers and civil servants will be trained to deal with all forms of discrimination and prejudice as and when it arises. Initial teacher training will be strengthened as well as service training so that teachers are well equipped. The ANC has promised to continue with fostering values of non-racialism and non-sexism through the promotion of arts, culture, sport and interfaith activities. And the party says it will also take particular care in honoring the veterans of the liberation struggle.
Anybody who occupies the public space should not be somebody who is seen as an antithesis of the values, the principles, the spirit, and the letter of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Advocates of apartheid, of racism, of colonialism, and we can't have public spaces named after those people, because that would not be reconciliation. It would be capitulation.
The panel of experts have recommended that history become a compulsory subject. And the ANC says it will ensure that history becomes a compulsory subject and that this commitment is followed through by adequate resourcing in terms of human resources and infrastructure. Meanwhile, ANC-NEC member Dr. Zweli Mkhize took the ANC's election campaign to Msinga in northern KwaZulu-Natal. Dr. Mkhize says the party was well received by residents within the IFP-run municipality, but complained about lack of drinking water.
We share this water with goats and cows. We don't have a choice as it is the only source of water available. Sometimes they provide a water tanker, which in some instances comes half empty.
High unemployment rate amongst the youth also a major concern.
One of the biggest issues here is the challenge of water. This area you will find that people rely on water that comes from real rain, and then it is shared with goats and donkeys and other animals. And so we have been discussing that with the community, and fortunately already some work has been done to introduce another phase of bringing clean and safe water in the area. It's been a very difficult area because of the topography, it's very steep areas, etc.
Dr. Mkhize has promised to resolve the water crisis. Lehana Tsotitsi, SABC News, Johannesburg.